Other parties in United States. First, Green Party of the United States. It was founded on April 2001. The co-founders were Howie Hawkins and John Renson Brink. The headquarters is at Tacoma Park, Maryland. Governing body, the Green Party has two national committees recognized by the Federal Election Commission: A, the Green National Committee; B, the Green Senatorial Campaign Committee. Political position: they are considered splinters of the far left wing of the Democratic Party. Their political ideology is libertarian socialism. They are the fourth largest political party by voter registration. They follow the ideals of green politics, which are based on the four pillars: ecological wisdom, social justice, grassroots democracy, and non-violence. They do not accept donations from corporations, political action committees, or soft money. In the 2000 presidential election, when Rafael Nadal and Fiona Duke won 27% of popular vote, raising questions as to whether they tipped the election in favor of George W. Bush in Florida, where Nader pulled crucial votes from Al Gore. This party enjoys support on the Pacific Coast, Upper Great Lakes, and Northeast. The objectives of the Green Party are as follows. First, healthcare. The Green Party supports the implementation of a single payer healthcare system and the abolition of private health insurance. They believe that contraception and abortion procedures should be available on demand. Second, education. The Green Party stands for providing tuition-free college at public universities and vocational schools, increased funding for after-school and daycare programs, stood for cancelling all student loan debt, and was against privatization of education and dissolution of public schools. Third, Green New Deal. In 2006, the party developed a Green New Deal for 100% clean renewable energy, including solar and wind energy by 2030. Fourth, criminal justice. The party favors the abolition of the death penalty, banning of private prisons, legalization of marijuana, and decriminalization of other drugs. Fifth, racial justice. The party advocates for complete and full reparations to the African American community and removal of the Confederate flag from all government buildings. Sixth, LGBT plus rights. The party supports same-sex marriage, the right of access to medical and surgical treatment for transgender and gender non-conforming people, and withdrawing foreign aid to countries with poor LGBT plus right records. The party opposes gender critical feminism. Seventh, youth rights. The party believes in providing mothers with prenatal care. They oppose child abuse and neglect and support young people's right to food, shelter, healthcare and education. They are in favor of lowering the voting age to 16. 8. Foreign policy. The party supports cutting the defense budget in half and arms sales to foreign countries. 9th. Goods and services. According to the party, consumer goods and services would be sold to consumers in the market by cooperatives, public enterprises and public businesses. Second, Libertarian Party founded. It was founded on 11th December 1971. The founder was David F. Nolan. The headquarters is at Alexandria, Virginia. The governing body of Libertarian Party is Libertarian National Committee. Political position. The party promotes a classical liberal platform in contrast to the Democratic Party's modern liberalism and the Republican Party's conservatism. They are the third largest political party by voter registration. In the 2020 election, the Libertarian gained a state legislative seat in the Wyoming House of Representatives. In 2020, former Representative Justin Mash from the Republican Party became the first Libertarian member of the Congress. In June 2020, Justin Mash with Ananya Presley of the Democratic Party introduced the Ending Qualified Immunity Act. The bill was the first to gain support of the members from the Democratic, Republican and Libertarian parties in the history of the US Congress. This party had huge success in the context of state legislatures and other local offices. The objectives of the Libertarian Party are as follows. Economic. The Libertarian Party supports laissez-faire capitalism and the abolition of welfare state, which includes food stamps, subsidized housing, etc. They believe that individuals who are unable to support themselves and their families must rely on family, church, community and charity. The Libertarian Party opposes all government intervention and regulation on wages, prices, rents, profits, production and interest rates. It supports abolition of the income tax, the abolition of the Internal Revenue Service and all federal programs and services such as the Federal Reserve System. Second, education. The party supports ending the public system. It believes that education is best provided by the free market, achieves greater quality, accountability and efficiency with diversity of school choice. It would give authority to parents to determine the education of their children at their expense without interference from government. Third, environment. The party supports a clean and healthy environment and proper use of natural resources. It believes that the environment is best protected when individual rights pertaining to natural resources are clearly defined and enforced. Fourth, healthcare. The party favors a free market healthcare system without government oversight, approval, regulation, or licensing. The party believes that the individuals should be free to determine the level of health insurance they want, the care providers they want, the medicines and treatments they will use, including end of life decisions. They believe in repealing social insurance policies like Medicare and Medicaid. Fifth, immigration and trade agreements. The party believes in removal of governmental regulations to free trade. The party believes that unrestricted movement of humans as well as financial capital across national borders will promote economic freedom. It believes in blocking of immigrations of those with violent backgrounds. Sixth, Labour. The party supports the repealing of laws that creates difficulty for any person to find employment. The party supports people to be associated or not to be associated with the Labour Party, and the employers should have the right to recognize or refuse to recognize a union. Seventh, recruitment and social security. The party held that retirement planning is the responsibility of the individual and not of the government. They believed in phasing out government-sponsored social security system and adopting a private voluntary system. Eighth, social. The party supports legalization of all victimless crimes, including drugs, pornography, prostitution, polygamy, and gambling. Supports removal of restrictions on homosexuality, opposes censorship, and supports freedom of speech, supports the right to keep and bear arms, opposes federal capital punishments, supports consenting adults to choose their own sexual practices and personal relationships. Ninth, government reform. The party favors election systems that are more representative of the electorate at the federal, state, and local levels. They promote the use of direct democracy like referendum and recall. 10th, foreign policy. The party stands for mutual respect between all nations. They hold the need to cut foreign aid and withdraw troops from the Middle East and other areas throughout the world. This party is against American aid to Ukraine. Third Reform Party founded. It was founded in September 1995. The founder is Ross Perot. The headquarters is at Dallas, Texas. Political position. It is a centrist political party. Ross Perot believed that there existed corruption in politics and the government was unable to deal with vital issues. This led him to contest the 1992 presidential election as an independent candidate. He received 18.9% of the popular vote. He decided to constitute a party, leading to the establishment of the Reform Party as a viable alternative to the Democrats and the Republicans. In the 1996 presidential election, Ross Perot won 8.4% of the popular vote because of lack of vision. In 2000, it nominated Pat Buchanan as its presidential candidate. His poor performance and the internal differences have reduced the party's status. The only reform party to hold a state office was Jesse Ventura, who served as Minnesota's governor for one term. The objectives of the Reform Party are as follows. Economic, the party advocates for maintaining a balanced budget, prudent fiscal policies, and paying down the federal debt. Second, political, the party promotes transparency and reducing corruption in government. Strict limits on campaigning contributions and outlawing of political action committees. Supporting term limits on US representatives and senators. Direct election to the US President by popular vote and other election system reforms. To hold federal election on weekends or to declare election day on a Tuesday as a national holiday. To encourage civic engagement and increasing voter access. Third, immigration. The party supports enforcement of existing immigration laws and opposition to illegal immigration. Fourth, social. There is absence of statements on dealing with social issues like abortion and gay rights. It hopes to address them through pragmatic solutions rather than ideological extremes.